But we saw this little part in this episode where the condoms are. She's like, "Oh, look at the condoms!" Da, 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 da. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, as a bloke, I mean, I'm already thinking my hormones are already raging when you start dropping them bars. So, I mean, I can only imagine what Chris is going on. So, did she kind of shoot herself in the foot a little bit by engaging in sex so quickly when she hardly knows this guy?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm gonna make a comment based on some assumptions here. I'm gonna assume that based on Paige's Christian faith, that she's probably abstinent, right? Either, I'm not saying she's a virgin, I'm saying, you know, she made a vow to Jesus and she has decided that she was gonna, you know, abstain until she got married. And at some point in her life, she was like, I need to get married because this is getting harder to keep. And so when she saw Chris, it was like, this is my husband. And so she wasn't thinking that this is a man that I have to vet to see if he is worthy of me, to see if we're going to be here long term, to see if I want to have that emotional bond. Or I don't even think she thought of, but maybe even if it doesn't work out, whatever, I'm going to try the nookie and be done with it. Like, it's because it's not, you know, not everyone looks at sex with the same weight, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't even think she thought that far. I think she literally just thought, I am married, floodgates open, I can do it now. And so she just went for it. And that's why you can see on her face, she was like, but I don't know why you would have sex with me if you're not attracted to me. Like, because she wasn't thinking about on his side.
Yeah, she wasn't.
She wasn't thinking nothing about him. Her loins were moving her, and she was just going with it. And so, in all that we say, as much as we
achy joints. Remember that achy joints on Kenny.
As much as we say Chris is trash, like he is the water at the bottom of the trash can. What you rinse off. As much as we say he is trash, Paige has some accountability there. I think she went into it, you know, for that mindset of I'm about to be done with this abstinence thing. So yeah, so she shot herself in the foot. The same, it just shows that whether you are outside of a relationship and you have sex, or you're within a relationship and you have sex, there's more to it than just the act. So there's a lot of dynamic consideration. It's not just the sex that determines the success or the viability of the relationship.
Not once, but twice. Yes, ladies, talk to me. What are we saying? Do we think that she may have jumped a little bit too soon? This is not also to say again that Chris would have changed his mind. I'm just saying, but for her own sanity, did she jump in a little bit too soon?
It makes me, I'm sorry,
Go for it.
Makes me question the strength of her discernment. Just in terms of not even the situation of marrying a stranger. Like, I agree with Amy that she probably went into it thinking like, oh, okay, I'm married, this is my husband. So she probably wasn't too focused on actually paying attention to his character and, you know, what he's saying versus what he's doing. But I think she definitely shot herself in the foot. I think she didn't proceed with judgment, with good judgment before she was involved in the action. Question: did Woody and Amani consummate their marriage on the first night?
No.
Okay.
No. They had to. She made him wait a little bit longer. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
true.
She made him wait a little bit longer, and I think that for you know, I'm sure Woody would have liked it anyway. But you know, I think again, I'm just kind of asking. I'm not saying that it's again. I want to make sure very very clear. I'm nobody's saying that if she had withheld, he would have ended up liking her. I truly don't believe in that particular aspect too tough. I mean, there's some nuance to it, but I don't believe that when you withhold, it makes the man like you that much more. Because if he wants to play, he gonna want to play. You know what I mean? But yeah, Nats, you touched your phone. You touched your phone. I saw your finger go towards it, so I've looked at you now.
Oh, okay. Hey, yeah. So I think that it was her wanting approval or to not be rejected. So like maybe if I give him what he wants, I'll get what I want, which is maybe the adoration or the attraction. Even though I don't know if she didn't know he wasn't attracted to her initially, but I think that her giving into it or being on board with sex right away, which no judgment, I think it was kind of like, you know, I don't want to rub him the wrong way, maybe. Or we're married now. He's my husband. So now that since we're legally married, I'm supposed to, because in some religious arenas, they do feel like you now as a wife, a good wife, you're supposed to give of yourself. So maybe she felt like that's now her job, and she just went along with it. So she might have shot herself in the foot, but maybe Jesus told her to do it.
And that's always comes with that little subtle shade. You're terrible, man. I guess obviously as well from a male perspective, with the pay situation. Look, I actually ended up in a relationship with a girl where we had sex on the first night. I'll be honest with you, because I like the girl. It's just that simple. You understand? And there are other girls who have literally done the whole "you're not getting anything." And I do not care for a relationship, and it was never going to change my mind on becoming a relationship. Yes, I chased a little bit harder. Yes, I worked a little bit harder, and I'm telling you my BC days, guys, before Christ came into my life. But yes, I thought to myself, I want to chase. I like the chase. I like the fact I'm going to conquer this. But that's what I was thinking. So this holding out the sex doesn't stop the demon coming. You know what I mean? Doesn't stop the demon trying to take what he takes. So when we're saying obviously about Paige here, I'm really trying to put it out there that, if the guy likes you, he likes you, which is why I had a problem with Chris saying, I wanted to see if I would end up liking her. He lying. There's no way. We know as guys ourselves, we're not going to like you anymore after we've had sex. In fact, it actually goes the opposite way. We actually dislike you. Once we've got that nut out the way and we've got clarity, this is what we call post-nut clarity. Let me tell you something. The word closely linked to hate comes through. I'm going to be real with you. We're now looking at you like, what did I do? I don't know why I'm even here. Which is why I think even more so that maybe the panic attack's part of that. Maybe why he even has that strong reaction after this. Because after you've had that clarity, you no longer... Because before they got to that stage, he was excited. He saw the little, the pajamas. He was sexually aroused. Maybe, he was excited by what he could get out of this situation, right? Once he finished and got his fill, after that, the reality now kicks in. No longer am I driven by the ego of the downstairs, and no longer am I driven by those desires. I've been satisfied. Now I see you for what you are. I do not like you. Which is why the disrespect is going to even continue more, because now the pink roses are completely off. Completely. You know what I mean?